Hello and welcome, or welcome back. Whether you're a first time viewer or a returning viewer, welcome to my Flosstube. My name's Lizzie, and you'll probably see me on Instagram as this Mrs. Fisher _stitches. So, what's a Flosstube? A Flosstube is a video mainly about cross stitch. Cross stitch is my passion, and I'm here to share it with you this afternoon. It is this afternoon. I made a video. I normally make my videos for new people. For reference, I normally make my videos first thing in the morning on a Monday, and I did. But this morning I was too uncaffeinated, and it's just a bubbling chaos of babble. So I thought I'd do it again this afternoon. Here's hoping we have a better go at it. So, without much ado, I'll be talking about a few of my whips, which are works in progresses. So things I've started and shown you before. I've got a new start. I've got some plans. Sorry if you can hear scrabbling. The dog's on the other sofa building himself a nest. We've just come in from a lovely walk in the sunshine. It was gorgeous. I was saying, got some plans, and I've got a little bit of haul that came in between last week and this week. So the dog's growling, sorry. Shh. He says, I've also got my Cotton and Twine subscription box to show you. Oh, I'm just putting that on the floor for now though, so we'll start with something you've seen before and that I've been working on. Gibbs, shush. When he builds a nest, he gets very excited. It takes lots of talking. So, last video, I said I was going to finish this, which is Moo by Bothy Threads. It's been a long-term whip of mine, and it was my Whip Go call for January. Whip Go is like a bingo game where Jessie Marie does stuff, who created the whole idea, calls out 2 numbers at the start of each month and you work on them to your own goal. And my goal for this was to finish it. However, I did not. I did sit down to it on Monday and I did this bit and I just thought, you know what, I can't. I want to stitch something with different colours. I want to stitch something bright, something exciting. And something that makes me happy. So this is going away now. Moo is going away for a while. I don't know when I'll pick it out again. I'm okay with that. I'm not, sorry. I'm not bothered by that in the slightest. I've done a lot of work on it because I haven't touched it. I didn't think I'd touched it much at all last year. And so I did masses. And if I put it away again for another 6 months, 9 months, a year, I'll probably finish it next time I pick it out because I won't be bored of it. So then the other work in progress I worked on has masses of progress, you'll see. This side. Is that the right side I'm showing you? Yes. I have finished the top of, or the first band, because it is a band sampler. It's from Cross Stitch magazine. It's by Stitch Raver. No, it's not. I always say that. It's by Little Dove Designs. Sorry, I've got the 2 in the same project bag. It doesn't work. The 2 designers in the same project bag. This is by Little Dove Designs, Faye Walsh. It's in February issue of Cross Stitch magazine and it's called Snowdrop Cottage. So here is my Snowdrop Cottage. Now I have altered the pattern slightly. As I mentioned last week, I don't like chickens unless they're in pie. So I've altered it. I've put a cat in the window and my 2 little dogs outside in the garden. Got 2 little dachshunds, 1 grey, they shouldn't be grey, long story, and 1 black one. So, and my cat's there in the window. Possibly the last year we'll have a cat, I think. But she's very, very old, bless her, and very cantankerous, very noisy, very sharp. So that's where I'm at with that. My goal is for next week, maybe to just do this row here, this bit of soil, and spring is sure to come. spring is sure to follow. So just the brown and those words. So hopefully I can get that done for next week. I do love Little Dove Designs' band samplers. They are very, very nice. Now then, a project you saw me send to the naughty corner last week that I have worked on and corrected is the Caterpillar Cross Stitch British Isles Adventure. I have got it to a point where there's no mistakes. Well, there are, but no obvious glaring mistakes. I need something to put behind it. Bear with me. Shh. The cat's poking her head down the banister rail for the dogs to shout at. So here it is. The light's not brilliant this afternoon. I have corrected Edinburgh Castle. I changed the flag slightly so that we could put the solitaire on it. Made it square instead of like it was blowing in the breeze. I've added Blackpool Tower, the Isle of Man, and I've started on the border. So I think we've got some fish and chips to go here and a little lobster in the sea. Now, somebody commented on my not knowing where Wales was, because I said that we were going to go and put Wales out here, but Wales is obviously this side, and then it's going to go down there like that, I think. No, Wales is this side, and then Cornwall's down here. I do know where Wales is. I can drive there. If I can't trace it on a map, I'm really sorry if you're Welsh. Sorry, Danny, who pointed out the fact that... Yeah, anyway. I don't know when that next part's being released, still I haven't checked. Let's hope I can get that. Maybe shall I make that a goal to finish that for next week as well? 2 goals. Okay. Is that everything I've worked on? I've worked a little bit more on Oak King, but I did 3 hours on it and you wouldn't notice because Oak King is a pattern by beautiful piece of artwork by Anne Stokes, and the chart is created by Artisy. No, it's not. Pain-Free Crafts. Even with caffeine, and I've had a lot, I still can't get the words right. Oak King is in my previous videos, I think one back from last week, so that'd be number 2. And he's gorgeous. I spent 3 hours, did 120 stitches, that's not even 0.1%. So I'm not going to show you him again till there's proper progress that you can see, otherwise you're going to get bored of looking at the same thing each week. A whip that I've worked on, that I've had on the go for ages. I should have done a whip parade at the start of the year, like everybody else has. I'm loving watching them still. There are still whip parades out there that I haven't seen. I love it. Yesterday I watched, let me show you, I'll talk about that in a minute. So this is by Modern Folk Embroidery. I'm doing what is called February as a sort of theme to my stitching as best I can this month is going to be birds for February. And this is birds from Bernhards books. It suddenly popped into my head yesterday afternoon. You've actually got a bird project on the go, so you can work on that quite happily. It doesn't need changing or anything. So here is my progress, or where I'm at with birds from Bernhards books. If I hold it there, it's on a massive piece of Stitchy Ferret 16 or 18 count Ada. I think it's 18 count. And let's fold that over a bit so I can show you where I'm at with it a bit easier. Yesterday afternoon I stitched this part of the urn and the handle and the little bird. And I love that the little bird is yellow. I've bought some purple to do the edge because this piece has got it's like its own frame in effect, and I'm going to do that in purple. So that's probably quite true to how the colours are. It's a beautiful piece of Ada. Couldn't find what colour it was, I'm afraid. I did look through my emails, but I couldn't find out what it was, and that was before I made notes of things like that. So that is Birds from Bernhard Books. So then, just checking, then I have my start. And again, it's another in line with February, and it is The Uniqueness of Others by Yasmin's Made with Love. This is a chart that she has created. It's a beautiful chart and I love it. Created for her fundraising for her London Marathon. She's fundraising for MenCap. And if you want her chart, if you donate £5 to her London Marathon fundraising by Just Giving, I'll put a link below. If you donate £5 and send her the proof that you've donated, £5 or more, obviously, then she will send you the chart. And here is my start to aforementioned chart. Shh. Sorry. Isn't he gorgeous? One moment. There we are. I now have a dog behind me. Oh, and another one on my lap, it seems. Oh no, he's going behind me too. Where are you going? Yes, I was talking about you. What was I saying? Sorry about the barking. Here is the start of my gosh, I was about to say flamingo. Peacock from Yasmin's Made with Love, and I love him. I am stitching him in the called for colours, apart from one change, which I'll mention when I get to it. He is on some Ada I inherited from a friend of my mum's, and it's just a cream Zweigart 18 count. But he's just going to pop with all those colours. It's just going to be amazing. I watched the Six Nations, the first 2 games of the Six Nations rugby on Saturday, and I stitched and I stitched, and the dog's doing my head in already. Just settle down. I stitched and I stitched and I stitched, and I am so pleased. So progress on that is definitely on the cards. Okay, so that's all my stitching for the week. I do have some shopping, some haul to show, and I do have my planned starts to show. Well, another planned start because it's got a bird in it. I might even start 2, but we'll see when. So I need some threads for the other one, and probably some fabric actually. I'll have to have a dig, see what I've got, but maybe some fabric as well. But oh my gosh, the dogs have made it impossible to reach anything. So my first, gosh boys, excuse me one moment. Let me just pause you while I pick it up. So my first planned start that I'm going to do, hopefully during the week, is this pattern. It's an anchor kit. It's on it's a 3-star skill level, 16 count Ada. Oh, and the dog's off again. 16 count Ada, and it's just cream Zweigart like the other stuff. And I'm going to start with this one here because that's the spring bird. Is he the spring bird? No. Maybe this one's the spring bird. Winter. Spring, summer, autumn, winter. Anyway, my husband bought this for my birthday a couple of years ago, so I really ought to start it at some point. This is definitely winter. That's definitely autumn. So maybe I'll start down here. But I've photocopied this part of the chart already, and I need to photocopy it because I need to colour it in. I also need to glue it together because I can't cope with overlaps. I need everything easy peasy. It's gorgeous. It's an anchor kit, so it's got anchor threads, which I've sorted from their little card. I've sourced onto these plasticky floss holders with and I've put stickers with the symbols on, and there are 29 colours. That's not too bad for something like that, is it? It's going to be great. I know where it's going to go when I've finished it. When? In about 7 years. We'll see. Another start that I said I might start is this. This is part of my haul, if I'm honest. Do you remember I said a couple of weeks ago that my... what's he called? Father-in-law. I call him Daddy George, because it winds him up. That my father-in-law, bless him, sent me some lovely money for getting a first for my degree. So this is what I bought, as well as the Hands Across the Sea sampler. I bought this one because I just think it's timeless, and it will go on the wall in whatever house we live in, and I just think he's gorgeous. He? Definitely a he. Could somebody help me with what type of bird it is, please? I think it's a pigeon. But I said that before and somebody laughed at me. So, Mojo Stitches Among the Roses. He's called, if he is a pigeon, he's called Sir Spiegelholz, because that's what I've called all the pigeons that come to feed out of our garden since the start of lockdown, when we got a bird feeder, so I had something to watch. But yeah, I've ordered the threads for this. I should have thought about fabric. It's stitched on white there. Ooh, I might order some fabric. Now, this I probably should start soon. I ordered this one because my very close friend had a baby, and so as that's the wrong chart. Where's the actual one? There's one. Where's the other one? As she's as Dachshund mad as I am, it made sense that I stitched her a Dachshund. I might change the balloons, the balloon colour out to be lemon, or a nice mint green, or a purple. I have a thing about, only recently, having, you know, gendered colours. She's had a boy, but I'm thinking of changing the colours to be gender neutral, because, you know, who knows, he might want to be a she. And as patterns can't travel alone, I got this because it's just adorable. So they're both Bothy Threads kits. They both come with 16 count Ada Zweigart. It's their speckled background Zweigart. All come with the cottons. DMC. It doesn't say it's DMC and it doesn't say it's anchored, but does anybody know whether Bothy Threads use DMC or anchor? They come with a needle. They come like with a card to frame it in, or post it in even. Comes with an envelope. Yeah. Theoretically, it shouldn't be a big stitch. Maybe you'll see a finish this year after all. Another piece of stitchy haul I got were, because I didn't want Mr. Pigeon Among the Roses to travel alone, I got some hands-on design charts because they're fun, they're bright, they make me smile. And this is So Me, resting stitch face. She's got 2 pairs of glasses on. I've always got 2 pairs of glasses on, whether they're both reading glasses or 1 pair of sunglasses. Yeah, I'm ridiculously losing glasses. If they're on my head, I can't lose them. However, I can pick up another pair and put them on. Coffee and Friends, the perfect blend. How true is that? A lot of cross stitches live on coffee, don't they? And then this one, Stitch Some Happy. Sorry if there's glare on that. For some reason it's in a bag. And I'll be getting on with those at some point. But they're quite small as well, so I might even finish those. I'm not really good at finishing things. Another chart that I've pulled out recently to look at is this one. It's called Apple Blossom Sampler by The Drawn Thread, and it's just lovely. Sorry for the glare. I was watching Yasmin's Made with Love Flosstube, and she reminded me I had it. And apparently it's got speciality stitches in it. I don't think they'll be too hard, I hope. But that's got a beautiful robin in it. And this morning, I've noticed the last few mornings I've been at work, every morning about 9 o'clock, a robin comes and sits on a sign very close to my office window, like in the car park, one of our reverse parking only signs. And he's just a super cutie. So I might take some robin food. I've got some robin food for the robin in my garden. I might take some robin food and leave a little bowl attached to the sign or something. Knock up a swinging... Oh, I could. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to try and see if we can make that robin our friend. Apparently he was actually in our office. I'll try and get the picture of him sat on one of our computers sent, and I can share it, because I do love robins. Now then, last of my stitchy purchases. Is it a purchase if it's a subscription? Well, I suppose I am paying money for it, aren't I? So is the Cotton and Twine subscription box. And they come in a big box like this, and earlier I showed you all the inside, how pretty it was and how wrapped up it all was, and then I realised that my video was not worth uploading. So I'll just talk you through what you get. We got each month you get a sweets treat. So we've got some a Rocky Road hot chocolate shot with pink and white marshmallows. So you stir in the chocolate stick and it melts into milk, and it melts, and then you put the marshmallows on the top. Now I've mentioned that, I can go and make it. Hurrah. You always get a tea bag, which I put in my bag to take to work, just in case we run out. We've got a lovely greetings card this week, which an Easter India greetings card, printed on recycled card and packed in a compostable bag. That's handy to know. Which I will get written and post to a friend, just as a hello, hope you're doing well card. And then the pattern is by Stitchrovia. And it's going to go, can you see that one there? That's a little dove bee design, but it's going to go so well with that. It says, enjoy all the little things in life. And it's got bees, and it's got a sunflower, which is my absolute favourite flower. It's got little hummingbirds. It's truly scrumptious. And I am looking forward to stitching that. I'll probably start this in March. Because I've got quite a lot of things on. You get the pattern, you get it beautifully wrapped up. You get the Ada, which is 16 count, looks incredibly small, looks like 18 counts. You get your threads all wound up, your knees all labelled up, you get a needle, and you get your what's this called? A thingy to put it in, to stitch it in. It's got a label on that. I'll have an embroidery hoop. This is an 8-inch embroidery hoop. I think the pattern's not quite 8 inches, so I'll see if I've got a smaller one hanging up just here, just to frame it in. So that's the yes, it is an Emma Congdon pattern, Stitchrovia's Emma Congdon, in the Cotton and Twine subscription box. And they're really good value, I think, personally. So some stitchy related items that I've bought recently that aren't stitching. I was bimbling round our local antiques place and the other day, and I found these two spools. And I went to buy one, and I said to the lady, oh, there were two. I struggled to decide which one I wanted, but this one's got more character. See, it's got all the wear and tear and patina, and this one's just smoother and obviously not a bit more cared for. When it was on the machine, it's, you know, both got blobs of paint and stuff. Said, oh, might not be there, you know. I said, I can always come back and get the other one. She said, oh, you know, this, you might not, but might be disappointed, blah, 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 blah. good salesperson, went and got the other one. So I'm gonna, I think for one of them I will get an whilst Iris naps little alphabet piece to go on one of them, and then for the other one I think I might create my own pattern, something a bit more modern. But they're so useful for keeping your scissors in, for example. So that's what I want to use mine for. Speaking of scissors, whilst I was in the same antiques place, I found, I don't think they're antique, but they are adorable, teeny tiny pair of, let's block my face out, I don't know if that's helped at all, little embroidery scissors. They were £2.50. So inexpensive. I don't know if I hold this greetings card and then get out of shot. Does that help? Does it focus? Who knows? But they were £2.50. They are absolutely diddy. Look, there's my thumb, and they're the same size as my thumb. They need a bit of cleaning. They've got some sticky stuff on them, but oh, had to buy those. And then the other thing I bought was what looks like some fairly old, I might have been conned, rickrack. And it's rickrack that's been overstitched with blues. And I'm sure for the right project, that will be perfect. Don't know what that project is. I bet when I do have the right project, I can't find this. I'll have lost this, put it somewhere safe, and then I'll never be able to finish that project until that turns up. And then that'll turn up and I won't be able to find the project, and so on and so forth. So, I think that was really quick compared to this morning, which means I've forgotten to say something. Or maybe I was just chatting and bimbling far too much. I hope everybody's very well. Maybe I forgot to say that at the start. Yeah. Anyhow, we're 27 minutes and 30 seconds in. I think that's a good time to stop. I'm going to sit and stitch on something. Maybe Modern Folk Embroidery stitch along, because I haven't worked on that at all this week. So I'm going to stitch on that whilst I rewatch this video, so to make sure there is no glaring errors or recording issues. I probably haven't pressed play or record or something. And then I'll upload it. So let me know if you have any questions. Let me know, I don't know. Let me know if you're doing February Avery. I think it's a great idea. I don't know whose idea it was. If you know that, let me know. Guys, please have a wonderful week and be nice to other people, be kind, but we are, because we're stitchers and we're great. And I will see you next week. Bye bye.